Ford Heights, originally known as East Chicago Heights, was first settled in the late 1840s on the edge of the Tinley Moraine, about 26 miles south of Chicago. The area served as a stopping point on the Underground Railroad, providing refuge for runaway slaves seeking freedom. Early settlers, including both black and white families, were primarily farmers growing onion sets and maintaining fruit orchards. By the early 20th century, the area saw further development with the subdivision of land called the Park Addition in the 1920s, and infrastructure improvements like electrical service in 1924 and the establishment of U.S. Route 30, Lincoln Highway, by 1926. Incorporation and African American community growth, 1949-1960s. The village was incorporated as East Chicago Heights in 1949, with Charlie Williams as its first mayor. At the time, 76.9% of its 1,548 residents were black, many drawn by the lack of housing discrimination compared to other Chicago suburbs. The opening of the Ford Motor Company's stamping plant in 1956 provided well-paying jobs for minorities, fostering a blue-collar, middle-class black community. The population grew to 3,270 by 1960, boosted by developments like the Sunnyfield subdivision in 1964, which became a popular neighborhood. Economic and social challenges, 1960s, 1980s. In the late 1960s, over 60 acres of substandard housing were replaced with federally subsidized public housing, attracting lower-income residents and straining the village's limited resources due to minimal commercial activity and a small tax base. The population peaked at 5,347 in 1980. In 1987, the village renamed itself Ford Heights in an unsuccessful attempt to annex the Ford plant's land, which was instead annexed by neighboring Chicago Heights. The village faced rising poverty, with 37.8% of residents below the poverty line by the 2000s, and was often labeled one of Chicago's poorest suburbs. Crime and infrastructure decline, 1970s, 2000s. Ford Heights experienced significant challenges with crime and decaying infrastructure. Notable incidents included a 1969 police station robbery and murder by the Black P. Stones gang, and the 1978 Ford Heights 4 case, where 4 individuals were wrongfully convicted of a double murder, tarnishing the village's reputation. By 2008, the Cook County Sheriff's Department took over law enforcement duties due to local struggles. The population declined by over 66% from 1980 to 2020, dropping to 1,813, reflecting economic and social difficulties. Community resilience and modern efforts, 2000s. Present. Despite challenges, Ford Heights has shown community spirit through local initiatives like the Nancy McAnathy Public Libraries programs and the 14-acre Ford Heights Community Park. Recent efforts include the Illinois Court-Based Rental Assistance Program and Aunt Martha's Youth 4-Ward program to support residents. The village continues to address poverty, 40.8% in 2023, and infrastructure issues while maintaining its predominantly black demographic and historical significance as a hub for African American families during the Great Migration.